Greetings all, Mytho here, and in this video we're going to dive into the new Ashen Transformer event in Gundam Battle Gunpla Warfare. The event is already live, so let's take a look at the description, achievements, missions, and coin shop, as well as the new pickup capsules available and the new arena coin rewards available for the month of October. So as always, I'm going to head over to the event description just to get an overview of what we're looking at here. I think it's important to note that the coin earning multiplier is up from 300 to a possible 600%. I believe that is because coins are no longer available as achievement rewards. Also, the variety of gear that you can wear to achieve this multiplier is a little bit different in terms of how it works. So it looks like we have a larger variety of lower percentage increases, and then all the way up to the 400 and maximum 600% increases for the pickup part capsules. So the gear that you can wear to achieve this multiplier is the Jagu Unicorn version at 10%, the Dryson Unicorn version at 10%, Stark Jagan at 10%, Bjarland Custom at 10%, Jesta Cannon at 10%, Jesta at 10%, Stargazer, the coin shop set from the last event at 15%, Delta Plus at 15%, Duel Gundam Assault Shroud at 400%, and Pale Rider at 600%. So you can stack these percentages up or just go for the total multiplier from the Pale Rider set. There are no notes here as to if the rules were kept the same, but I believe that you will still be able to equip these parts to your squad Gunplas, and they will be included in the multiplier, but not from your relief Gunplas. So now we have the two new pickup capsules. Let's go check those out in the store. So here we have the new pickup capsules. It says we've got an added bonus in the capsule times 10 category. I'm not really sure what that means. I know there's a new system with bonus coins in this event. It could have something to do with that, but we will check it out. So first, let's take a look at the new set here. This is the Pale Rider set. Let's check out the head. We have the Pale Rider head here with an EX skill of Hades system. It is an Awakening EX with an effect time of 51 seconds and a cooldown of 60 seconds, but 12 seconds if you're using it for the first time in a match. Activate Hades, a system developed from the exam system. Raise speed by 20%, raise melee attack by 19%, raise your shot attack by 29%. So a nice all-around buff there as an Awakening with 4 urban area and close combat for the word tags. Next up, we've got the chest. Again, 4 urban area and close combat as the word tags, and a part trait of with speed attribute, EX skill cooldown reduced by 20%. Pretty noticeable shot defense there, but otherwise, pretty solid piece. Now we've got the arms of the Pale Rider with a part trait of when attacking with physical, shooting power boosted 25%. Again, 4 urban area and close combat for the word tags. Here are the legs. We have an EX skill of leg-mounted rocket launcher. It's a physical shot with piercing D, power B+, cooldown 21 seconds, but only 6 seconds if you're using it for the first time in a match. Fire the rocket launcher mounted on your leg. Simple enough there. It's pretty decent, low on piercing, but seems like a good physical shot. This one's got 4 urban area and GM type for the word tags. Next, we've got the Pale Rider back, an EX skill of 180mm cannon. It's a physical shot with piercing D, power A-, cooldown 21 seconds, or 6 seconds if you're using it for the first time. Hold the cannon on your back, under your arm, and fire. So, pretty decent power on this one. It looks like it'll come with a cool animation where that bazooka on the backpack folds down, sort of similar to the Dovin gun on the Talagis set. But pretty average stats, and 4 urban area and GM type on the word tags. Now we've got the Pale Rider Shield, which has an EX skill of Shockbringer. It is a buff, an effect time of 51 seconds, a cooldown of 33 seconds, or 7 seconds if you're using it for the first time. Squad attacks stun large foes more easily for a set period. That's a cool effect. I don't think we've seen that before, sort of a CC on those big boss type enemies. And again, for urban area and GM type on the word tags. Pretty noticeable shot defense, but that's to be expected for a shield. Now we have the Assault Shroud Duel Gundam set. We've got the head, which has a pretty beastly shot attack stat. I gotta say, that's impressive. And a part trait of beam ranged weapon reload speed boosted 20%, with high firepower and mid-range for the word tags. It seems like a really solid piece, especially if you're looking for sort of a long shooter type build or a sniper build. It's got great stats, great trait, and great word tags. Can't complain about that. Next we have the Duel Gundam Assault Shroud chest with an EX skill of Armed Aura, which is a buff with an effect time of 37 seconds, a cooldown of 33 seconds, or 7 seconds if you're using it for the first time. Allies resist flinching for a set period of time. That's pretty useful. You know how bothersome it can be when an enemy hits you with an attack and it sort of prevents you from doing anything. It gives you that flinch for a couple of seconds. It's nice to be able to just power through that. Again, we've got the high firepower and mid-range word tag. Great combination, decent stats. Now we have the arms with a pretty noticeable shot defense. You've got the sort of war machine look to them with the artillery mounted up there, the little rocket pod, and the self-guided cannon, and an EX skill of Shiva and 5-tube missile pod, as I was saying before. It's a physical shot with a pierce of A-, a power of D, a cooldown of 60 seconds, first time 0 seconds, so it'll be available right at the beginning of a match, and a magazine of 7. I don't know if we've seen an EX skill with a magazine before. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but what it looks like is you activate this and then can activate it again at will after you've started it for the first time 7 times. Fire a railgun and missiles from units on your shoulder. You can move while firing. That seems like a pretty cool addition to the game, an EX skill that you can control while it's active. And again, you've got high firepower and mid-range for the word tags. Now we've got the Assault Shroud legs with a pretty noticeable shot defense stat again. Not much beyond that in terms of stats. Part trait of with power attribute EX skill piercing boosted 28%. So pretty noticeable buff there, and high firepower and force space on the word tags. And lastly, we have the Assault Shroud back with the shot defense stat that seems to be the norm for this set. It's pretty high. A part trait of when armor is 40% or more, melee damage output boosted by 35. That seems really crazy to me. That seems like a very powerful part trait when it's maxed out like that, and high firepower and force base for the word tags. So overall, two pretty solid sets. I gotta say the Duel Gundam Assault Shroud really stands out to me. That seems like an incredibly powerful set, both in terms of the word tags, the part traits, the EX skills, the stats, everything sort of comes together for that set. I will definitely be trying to pull some of those pieces for myself. Now we have a bonus coin capsule, which looks to give the same parts that the pickup capsule does, but is only unlockable with bonus coins. I believe this entails guaranteed 4-star pulls, so it'll be interesting to see how we're earning those bonus coins in the event. Now we've got the new AI pilot pickup capsule. First up, we have Camille Vuitton, who has a part trait of with speed attribute, EX skill piercing boosted 28%. Looks like they are a middle shooter for their job, and a word tag of pro tag and close combat. That's a pretty good word tag combination for a pilot. Usually a pilot is where you're looking to get one addition to your word tag set, so having 2 usable word tags in there is always nice to see on a pilot. And then we have El Villano for the second pilot available in this. Again, pretty average stats, and with a part trait of with technique attribute, EX skill recovery boosted 16%. Word tags for urban area and support type, which seems like kind of a weak combination to me. I don't see a lot of support type word tags on parts, and for urban area is one of those situational word tags that isn't quite as powerful as it could be. And she is a outfighter for her job. So those are the new pickup capsules available. Some good stuff in there for sure. Let's take a look at the achievements for this new event to see what exactly we will be undertaking to make coins for that. The upshot here is that the point system from the Stargazer event is gone, and we're back to completing a certain number of each difficulty mission, with a higher coin multiplier to compensate for the lack of coins from achievements. As far as I can tell, skip tickets are allowed again, which is great because for me at least, they became pretty much useless if they're not allowed in events. To get these rewards, we've got one of the 4-star AI awakening circuits for 20 very hard missions, and then one of the awakening circuits for the 20 super hard event missions. So let's take a look at that coin shop to see what we can spend our hard-earned Ashen coins on, and it is the Delta Plus set. So first we've got the head here with Transformer and Federation for the word tags, and an EX skill of Head-Mounted Vulcan. Physical shot, Pierce D-, Power D-, cooldown 25 seconds, first time 7 seconds. Fire the Vulcan in your head at foes straight ahead. You can move freely while shooting. Lower hit enemy Gunpla's melee and shot defense by 5%. Pretty poor on the Pierce and Power. There are a few of these physical shot EX skills on the head. None of them are very good. I don't recommend using them. And sort of flat on the stat distribution there too. Next we have the chest, with, again, Transformer and Federation for the word tags, and a part trait of with Power Attribute, EX skill damage boosted by 6. At max value, that goes up to 20, but looks like a hefty armor stat, which you can expect on a chest piece, but otherwise, nothing to write home about on the stats on this set. Now we have the Delta Plus arms. Decent melee attack on the arms with part trait of with rifle category equipped, special shot damage taken reduced by 20 at max. Right off the line, it'll be taken reduced by 6. The nice thing about these coin shop sets is that it is easy to level up the part trait or the EX skill by using multiples of the piece that you've bought from the store to upgrade the part. So what I did with the Sword Breaker event was I bought as many of those pieces as I could and then used them to level up the pieces because I liked them a lot. And that was a pretty consistent way of also growing the part traits and the EX skills. Again, we've got word tags of Transformer and Federation on this piece. Now we've got the legs. Nothing special stat-wise. And the part trait is when armor is 60% or more, special shot power boosted by 8%. At max, it is 25%, and Transformer and mid-range this time for the word tags. Lastly, we've got the back, which has a part trait of with power attribute, buff EX skill, effect up 1%. At max, it is 15%, and Transformer and mid-range for the word tags. I don't see a buff EX skill on the rest of this set, so that must be meant to be combined with other sets to take advantage of that part trait. Now we've got the Beam Saber for Delta Plus. Pretty notable melee attack for it, but that's to be expected on a Beam Saber. And for the part trait, we have when armor is 60% or more, strong melee power, boosted 8%. At max, it's 20%, with Transformer and Federation for the word tags. We also have a ranged weapon here, the beam rifle for Delta Plus. Okay for stats, nothing too special, and a part trait of when attacking with a beam, special shot power, boosted 8%, or when the part is maxed out, 25%. Transformer and Federation are the word tags again for this one. And lastly, we have the shield with an EX skill of Grenade Launcher, Physical Shot, Piercing D, Power C, Magazine 4, cooldown 60 seconds, first time 0 seconds, launch grenades from your shield, you can move while firing. So again, that's another magazine EX skill, which makes me think that it's not new to the game, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. But overall, pretty average looking EX skill. Nothing crazy stat-wise. And Transformer and Federation, again, for the word tags. Other than that, in the coin shop, we have some new emblems, some new shaders, and notably, we can now get gear in the event coin shop. So it looks like we're limited to 1 each, but it is a nice way to boost your grind up to that blue gear slot by not requiring you to churn through parts like the rest of the gears do, but just getting one for free basically from the coin shop. Other than that, we've got 1 AI Awakening circuit and 1 regular Awakening circuit. That brings the total so far for the 4-star Awakening circuits up to 4 for the event, 2 of each kind. I'm hoping that the challenge mode that is added to the event later increases this earning, because that is pretty low for an event. Last event we saw, I believe 6, but it could have, yeah, I think it was 6 total because the challenges didn't reward the 4-star Awakening circuits like they had in the past, which was great. I did a lot of upgrading for the last event, but it looks like we are down to 4, which is not so great in my opinion. Let's see, the new Arena coin is also live, so we have a new set in addition to the Mobile Sumo, which has not been removed from the shop. We have the Strike Rouge set, which is added for the month of October. So let's just go over this really quickly. We have the headpiece for Strike Rouge, which has the Gelstalung EX skill. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but if I'm not, I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one. Again, it's one of these physical shot EX skills on the head with a piercing D-, power D-, cooldown 25 seconds. First time is 7 seconds. Fire the anti-air autocannons in your head at foes straight ahead. You can move freely while shooting, lower hit enemy Gunpla's melee and shot defense by 5%. Honestly, can't get much worse than that. With Commander and 4 base in the word tags. Decent shot attack on the stats, but given the other attributes of this part, I would not recommend it. And we have the chest that has, again, pretty middle range stats and part traits of with speed attribute, enemy EX skill penetration reduced 8%, with Commander and 4 base for the word tags. The arms, which have a part trait of when armor is 60% or more, melee crit rate boosted 8%, and Commander and 4 base for the word tags. The legs, which have an EX skill of rapid thrust, beam melee, pierce D, power B+, cooldown 30 seconds, first time 8 seconds, unleash a blinding fast flurry with knives in each hand, and word tags of Commander and Gundam type. Pretty mid-range stats again on this one, but the EX skill is decent and the word tag combination is pretty good, so that sort of stands out to me within this set. And we have the back here with an EX skill of Railgun and Single Mounted Cannon. Physical shot, Pierce D, Power B+, cooldown 30 seconds, first time 8 seconds. Fire 115mm railgun and 105mm single mounted cannon from your integrated weapons striker pack. Sounds like it would have a pretty cool animation in my opinion, with a word tag of Commander and Gundam type, and pretty meh stats. Next up, we have the notable inclusion of the new dual blade weapon type, which is pretty cool to see. Very good melee attack stat with a part trait of with speed attribute, melee damage output boosted by 20. That's at max level, boosted by 6. Unupgraded with a word tag of Commander and 4 base. We also have a new pilot here, Kagali Yula Atha. Pretty mid-range stats and a part trait of with speed attribute, projectile speed boosted 5%, middle shooter job type, and 4 base and mid-range on the word tags. So that's it for the new arena coin parts. We've gone through the Ashen coin parts and the pickup parts. Let's take a look at the missions for the event. So, pretty typical of what we've seen from events so far. We have the normal, hard, very hard, super hard, and EX missions. I'm hoping that the challenge modes that will be added later will reward 4-star awakening circuits, because those seem to be at a lack in this new event. So fingers crossed for that. So that's it for my first impressions of the new Ashen Transformer event, as well as the new pickup capsules and arena gear. Let me know in the comments below which of these new parts you'll be grinding for and where they fit into your current builds. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.